Hey guys, hope you're all doing good. Now today I'm doing 30 tips and tricks for Crusader Kings 3. If you're interested in learning about the new and the best Crusader Kings 3 mods, consider subscribing. So number 1 is peasant uprising leaders usually have really good martial and prowess stats, so consider recruiting them after defeating them. They'll be placed in your prison and they can make really good knights, so it's definitely worth looking at. Remember to stop your ruler and heirs from commanding in battle if they have bad prowess skill. I mean, unless you want them dead. Always try to have counties being ruled by someone with the same culture and religion as the county holdings. Try to have dukes with the same as well. This is probably the most reliable way to increase county control and development, and the two major aspects of the game. Women basically stop being fertile after they reach 40, and the closer they are to 40, the less fertile they will be. I'm pretty sure an age has no effects on a men's fertility in the game, but if it does, it's very minimum. When you sometimes get your bishop to make a claim on a county, sometimes he'll come up with a claim on the duchy, and you should always take that if you have enough money, as it will save you money in the long run if you want the whole duchy, plus you won't have to go through the 5-year truces after every single county. Also, don't forget you can request a claim from a religious leader, but this will cost you piety. In my opinion though, it's one of the best uses of piety, but keep in mind the Pope will have to like you to give you the claim. During war, if you're not in a rush, it can be worth it to raid other castles in their land. This will let you pillage gold that you can take back to your kingdom, and it's one of the best early games methods to getting rich. Always remember to change your spouse's support mode depending on your current situation. If you're going for alliances, it could be worth putting on diplomacy. If you're doing a lot of war, it could be worth putting it on martial. Now this is probably one of my favourite tips. If you use marriages, you can bring physicians, knights, or even powerful people for your council to your court for free. Just find someone that's already in your court, but obviously not married, and then just search for a spouse, search it by learning, skill, prowess, whatever you want to find, and they'll usually come to your court completely free and will go in your council. So if you use the last tip to find a good knight, make sure you use his perks to the full. I still sometimes forget and just leave the most powerful one to lead armies. There's certain perks like the help with sieging, certain terrain. Just make sure you have the best perks for your current situation. Under the learning lifestyle, the scientific perk gives a 35% bonus to all cultural fascinations, which is insane as they can take ages to unlock and give really good bonuses. It's one of my favourite perks in the game. This is similar to a previous tip. You can request gold from the Pope in exchange for piety, which can be super handy during war if you're doing buildings, and honestly it's come in clutch with me quite a few times during war. This is a tip I wish I knew straight away. Change your tooltip mode to button activated, so you don't have to wait 5 seconds to understand what's happening in the text box. You click a middle mouse button and the box will stay there until you click it again. Save so much time. Spread your bloodline. Try to marry family members off to other rulers' families. And in the future you could capitalise on some claims for characters that otherwise would have done nothing for you. In the intrigue tab, check for people in your realm that are currently scheming. You could attempt to arrest them without being a tyrant, and you can ransom them off for quite a bit of gold sometimes, so it's definitely worth just checking here and there. Do you want to get rid of someone? If they have bad prowess, and you want them gone, just force them to be a knight, and I doubt they will last too much longer. This can be super helpful when you have a lot of heirs and you just don't want that third son taking any land. Put him as a knight. If he has bad prowess, he'll be dead. Don't underestimate dread. By getting high dread, people are less likely to oppose you. It can help get in your way in a lot of interactions. You can see if someone fears you over their portrait, there'll be a little icon. If a neighbouring ruler is getting really big and powerful, check, see if they have Confederate partition. If they do, try plotting to kill them. And if you're successful, this would split their land into many smaller, easier to defeat rulers. Adding on from the last tip, you can help this by using the Truth is Relative perk. It's in the schema tree. This will allow you to create hooks that you can use to help kill neighbouring rulers by forcing others to join you. And this is a tip I needed at the start. Someone pointed out in the comments that I needed to do it and it's helped me quite a lot. Make sure your bishop endorses you. This will gain you golden levies each month. This can be checked on the council page. There'll be a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Sway characters. This can be super helpful to make someone start liking you. Like we just talked about with the bishop, if he dislikes you, just sway him to get those extra bonuses. It can also be used on vassals and it's super helpful to do. And it doesn't take up a scheming slot, so you can still plot to murder someone. Make sure to build buildings in the land you plan to keep for the entire game, say your capital and the surrounding area. Now these buildings will cost a lot, but in the long run, grant you big amounts of extra gold on levies. I prefer to focus on the ones that give you gold, as I prefer men-at-arms over levies in the long game. Make sure to tweak your vassal's feudal contract. This can help you gain more gold or levies each month from each vassal. And just like the buildings, I usually go with lowering the amount of levies I get them and go for extra gold. As if you try and increase 2 at the same time, you can get like seen as a tyrant, so this can get you around that. Men-at-arms are basically the rich man's levies. They're way more powerful and give you so much more control about what extra troops you actually want. It's really worth making sure you invest in them, as this tip will make you so much more powerful on the battlefield. Always remember to start educating your child as soon as possible. Just make sure the person you select to educate them has the same culture and religion you want them to have, as sometimes this can affect it. Raiding can generate massive amounts of gold. Go to your military tab. If you see the Raise Raiders button, you're in luck. All tribal rulers can raid, but some feudal rulers can't due to religions. This is the easiest way to check. If you're over your domain limit, it can be worthwhile to give land to an older character. Once they die, your land will just go straight back to you, so you're not exactly losing anything in the long run. If you're after strong allies, diplomacy can be really worth focusing on. It can help sway people, as everyone's opinion will be much better of you as well, so it can help in almost all interactions. Always make sure you have high control in all your directly owned counties. Every point of control below 100 reduces a county tax by 1% and levies by 0.5%. And why I say your directly owned counties is because I don't really bother doing it if I have vassals under me and theirs low. They can sort that out themselves. It won't really affect me. Now, the last tip is just going to be to enjoy your time. When you first begin, you will lose and have to restart many times. We've all been there, honestly. It happened to me in Crusader Kings 2 to the point where I actually quit for about 6 months. I didn't think I was ever going to play it again. I got that frustrated. And that was on Island, which is literally beginner island. Crusader Kings has always been super rewarding once you learn the mechanics, and it's definitely worth it. I hope this helped somebody. I might make more of these in the future. I like showing tips in a quick fire style. I think it suits my channel more. So let me know what you think. And thank you for watching. Hopefully, I'll see you in the next one.